I'm first starting with chapter 12 of your business studies, that is consumer protection. First tell you the contents of this chapter, concept of consumer protection, importance of consumer protection, then scope of Consumer Protection Act 1986, then fourth is consumer rights, next consumer responsibilities, then sixth is who is consumer under Consumer Protection Act 1986. So basically here we are going to do the definition of consumer. Then next is who can file complaint under Consumer Protection Act and against whom. Then what are the remedies available to consumer on complaints filed by them. Tier consumer grievance machinery under Consumer Protection Act. And last is role of consumer organizations and NGOs. The full form of NGOs is non-government organization. So these are the things which we are going to cover in this chapter. So we'll first start with consumer rights. I have already done this in your class 10th social studies. So we'll start with the consumer rights which are there in the Consumer Protection Act 1986. So there are 6 rights. The first right is right to safety, second right to be informed, third right to choose, fourth right to be heard, fifth right to seek redressal, and sixth right to consumer education. So these are the 6 rights which are given to consumer under Consumer Protection Act 1986. Now we are going to do in detail what are these rights. So the first right is right to safety. Consumer has right to be protected against goods and services which are hazardous to life and health. So this basically means is that whenever you are buying something or using something, that product or service should be safe and it should not harm your health or your life. Or even if you're buying some eatables and all, they should be safe to use, safe to eat, and they should not harm you, not only in short run but also in long run. So whatever you are buying, whether it is goods or services, they should be safe to you. Second is right to be informed. So this basically means the consumer has a right to have a complete information about the product he intends to buy. So whenever you are buying something, you have a right to have a complete information about the product, such as ingredients, date of manufacturing, price, quantity, direction of use, expiry date. So there are a lot of details, and normally a producer, he is not going to tell you all these details. Rather they are making these details available on the labels of the product which they are designing. So you can see here on the label weight is mentioned, then MRP is there, packed on, then this green dot is to show that this product is vegetarian, so batch number. So all these details are written on the label. So by putting the label on the product, basically they are fulfilling your right to be informed. So it's your right that before you take or buy any good or use any service, you have a right to get a complete information about that. Next is right to choose. Now what do you mean by right to choose is the consumer has the freedom to choose from variety of products at competitive prices. Now this means that if you're going to market to buy something, it is up to you that which product you want to buy. Nobody can force you to buy a certain product. So whatever product you like, out of all the products which are there on the shelf, you can buy anything. Nobody will tell you to buy a particular thing or force you to buy a particular thing. If you go to a shop to buy a mobile, and it's up to you which particular mobile you want to buy. So it's up to you, nobody can force you. And as a manufacturer, you should keep a wide variety of the products so that customer can choose the product which he or she likes. Next is right to be heard. So this right means the consumer has a right to file a complaint and to be heard in case of dissatisfaction with a good or service. So if you buy something and you are dissatisfied, you don't like that product, or there is something wrong in that product, in that case you can go to that seller and you can register your dissatisfaction. So in some cases you have a consumer care numbers of the company where you can call and lodge your complaint. So all the big companies, they have a call center number which is mentioned on the product or the label. You can easily call them and register your complaint with the company regarding the dissatisfaction which you have with the product or service, and it's your right that they should listen to your complaint. So it is basically a right to represent. So 24/7 a support system of all the big companies is there where you can file a case, or in otherwise you can also tell, or if you don't want to call, you can email, or you can also tell them verbally the problem or any dissatisfaction you have with the goods or services which you have purchased. So it's your right that they should listen to your problem or the dissatisfaction which you have with the goods or service. Next is right to seek redressal. This means consumer has right to get relief in case the product or a service fall short of his expectation. So if you buy something, you have lodged a complaint, so only it's not enough that the producer or the seller has heard your complaint. They should also give you some relief in the form of there are a number of reliefs which a consumer can get if he is filing a case, like producer has to replace the defective product, or sometimes they don't replace, they just remove the defect from the product which is there, or they refund the money paid, and even they will also pay you compensation for any loss or injury suffered. So if due to a wrong product or service consumer is facing some health problem or some injury, they also have to pay the compensation for same. These are the reliefs which are given to consumer if the service or a product falls short of his or her expectation, and consumer has right to get these reliefs. The last right is right to consumer education. Now, right to consumer education means the consumer has a right to acquire knowledge and to be well informed consumer throughout the life. So as a consumer, it is very important that you should know your rights, you should know the reliefs, you should know where to file a complaint, you should know your responsibilities. So we have seen lot of time people are literate, but they are not aware of their rights, they are not aware of the judicial machinery which is there where they can go and file a complaint. So it's your right to get the education related to consumer issues. It's your right to be a well-informed consumer. And do you agree that today when I am teaching you this chapter, so can you tell me which right I am fulfilling? So I am fulfilling your right to consumer education. And the part of right to consumer education, many consumer organizations and NGOs are also working, and even some businessmen, they are also taking active part in educating consumers in this respect. So this is a picture of a NGO called as Voice, and they go for campaigns where they are making people aware of their rights, responsibilities, and they are telling them where they can go and file the complaint. So by organizing such campaigns, they are fulfilling the right to consumer education. So now let us revise the 6 rights which we have done. So I am going to pose one question and you have to think that which particular right is applicable or violated here. So the first one is Bhuvan, who was vegetarian, went to a snack bar for having French fries and later found out that it had non-vegetarian content. Neither the advertisement nor the packing of the product displayed that the product had non-vegetarian content. So can you tell me the right which is being violated here? So this right which is being violated here is right to be informed. Now let us see the next example. A bottle of acid is sold, but the cap was not properly sealed. And you know it's very harmful when an acid bottle is sold with a cap which is loose, so the acid can leak. So can you tell me which particular right of consumer is violated when this happens? So it is right to safety. Now see the next example. Madan bought a cooler with 2 years warranty. The cooler started giving problem within 6 months. Madan approached the seller and the seller did not listen to his grievances. So can you tell me which right of Madan is being violated here? So yes, here the answer will be right to be heard. Next is, the common consumers are not aware of their rights, the right path and the procedure for filing the complaints. So can you tell me which particular right is not fulfilled when this happens? The answer is right to consumer education. Now next example is, the seller compels the consumer to purchase an available product. So you went to a shop and a person is forcing you to buy the product which is available. So he's not giving you any variety. So in this case, the right which is being violated is right to choose. Nobody can force you to buy the available product. It's up to you which product you want to buy. Now see this example. Suman bought a box of cheese of a reputed brand from a local shopkeeper. On opening the box, she found a piece of stone in the cheese. She reported the matter to the shopkeeper, who forwarded her complaint to the concerned company. Within a week, representative of the company visited Suman's residence with an apology. As a replacement, offered her a new cheese pack with 4 other variants of cheese as a compensation for inconvenience to her. So can you tell me which particular right is being referred here is? Right to seek redressal. Students, you need to remember that only knowing your rights is not enough. So if a consumer wants to achieve the objective of consumer protection with rights, they need to remember their responsibilities also. So there are certain responsibilities which consumers should understand when they are buying the product, when they are using the product, or when they are storing the product. So they need to understand their responsibilities also. So now we are going to do what are the responsibilities of consumers. So the first responsibility is be aware. Consumers should be aware about various goods and services available in the market so that intelligent and wise choice can be made. So whenever consumer is going to the market to buy certain goods and services, they should always do some research and find out what are the various types of similar goods which are available in the market, what are their price, what are their features. So when they go to the market to buy something, they should have some knowledge about the product, and the seller should not be able to fool them. So always do some pre-work, find out what are the competitive brands, what are their features, and then only go in the market and buy the product. Next is buy only standardized goods. So consumers should always buy standardized goods as they provide quality assurance. And in order to see whether a good is standardized or not, Government of India has provided certain marks on particular products which ensures that those products are of good quality. And these marks are, first as you can see here, FPO. This is Food Product Order Mark. You will find this on packaged food beverages, fruit jams, crushes, squashes, pickles. Then this mark is ISI mark. You will find this on electrical equipments like switches, electric motors, wiring cable, heaters, kitchen appliances, etc. Then this mark is egg mark. This you will find on agricultural products like pulses, cereals, essential oils, etc. Similarly, this is again a mark. This mark is called as BIS hallmark, whereas BIS stand for Bureau of Indian Standard. It's an organization which provides this mark. So this is BIS hallmark, and you'll find this on gold jewelry, and it is an assurance that the gold jewelry is pure and it's of fine quality. Then this mark is Eco mark. Again, this mark is also issued by Bureau of Indian Standard to the products conforming to a set of standard aimed at least impact on ecosystem. So basically, if a particular product is eco-friendly when it is being produced and when it will be disposed, to such goods, Government of India give a mark called as Eco mark. So whenever you are buying certain products, you should always look for these standardized marks, which ensures that the products are of good quality. Third is use products safely. Learn about risk associated with products and services, follow manufacturer's instructions, and use the product safely. So you should remember that whenever you are buying a product, certain instructions and warnings are given by manufacturer, and they are normally there on the label of the product. You should always read them and follow them, because these are meant for your safety. Like, I want to give you an example. Normally on cough syrups, you'll find a warning like this is a Torix cough syrup, and the warning which is written on this is Torix cough syrup may decrease alertness, affect your vision, or make you feel sleepy and dizzy. Do not drive if these symptoms occur. So do follow the warnings and the instructions which are given by manufacturers. Similarly, you can see this is a label of a hand sanitizer. Again, you can see the list of warnings given. For external use only, flammable, keep away from heat and flame. So it's a storing instruction where you should keep this. Then discontinue if the skin becomes irritated and ask a doctor. Then keep away, out of reach of children. So all these warnings are normally there on the label. It's your responsibility that you should read those instructions and warning and follow them. Even when you buy an electric iron, the warning normally given is do not immerse the iron or the cord into water or any other liquid. So do follow the manufacturer's instruction and use the product safely. Fourth is read label carefully. So whenever you are buying a product, read the label very carefully to have information like price, net weight, manufacturing and expiry date. So all the details are written on the label. It's your responsibility that before you buy something, you should always read the labels, and you can check the important information. Like here you can see, if you are vegetarian, you should look for this green dot. Similarly, you should also check the ingredients. Sometimes some people are allergic to something, so do see the ingredients whether they suit you or not. So you should always read the label carefully. And sometimes what happens is the MRP written on the product is 50, but if a seller is charging you 55, you can easily identify that he is asking you for more money. So this you will know only when you are reading the labels. Fifth is assert yourself to ensure that you get a fair deal. Now what do you mean by this is, whenever you're buying something, you should not accept the price which is offered by a seller. You must try to negotiate and take certain discounts from the seller. So you should always assert yourself that you get a good deal and you get a product at a good price. Next is be honest in your dealing. Choose only from legal goods and services and discourage unscrupulous practices like black marketing, hoarding, etc. So whenever you are buying products, make sure that you are not indulging in buying goods from people who are doing certain unfair trade practices. Rather, you are buying only legal goods, and there are certain pirated and duplicate goods available in the market. Their price is less. Sometimes we are tempted to buy them, but we should not do this. As a consumer, we should only buy legal goods. The seventh responsibility is ask for cash memo. Ask for cash memo on purchase of goods or services. This would serve as a proof of purchase made. So whenever you are buying any product or service, please make sure that you ask for cash memo, because it's a very important document. In future, if you face any difficulty with a product and you want to file a case, you will not be able to do so if you don't have this proof. So make sure whenever you are buying anything, you should get a cash memo, and you should not throw away that cash memo, rather retain it for future. So the next responsibility is file a complaint. Consumer must file a complaint in an appropriate consumer forum. Now what do you mean by consumer forum is the place where you can go and file a case. So we are going to discuss this later in this chapter. So consumer must file a case in case there is some shortcoming in the quality of good purchased or the services availed. And do not fail to take action even when the amount involved is small. So generally what happens is, when you feel that amount is so small, you don't take any action, you don't file a complaint, but this will encourage those producers to continue with that unfair trade practice. So you should file a complaint even if the amount involved is small. Next is form consumer societies. Consumers should form consumer societies which would play an active part in educating consumers and safeguarding their interest. So it is very important that you should spread this consumer education among others, your neighbors and your friends and your relatives. And the best way to do is to form consumer societies which will do certain activities which will raise the awareness among consumers as to what are their rights, what are their responsibilities, where they can go and file a case. Last is respect environment. So consumers should respect the environment. They should avoid waste, littering, contributing to pollution. So you should remember that as a consumer, you have to keep your environment clean, safe and healthy. Now we'll make the list of the responsibilities which we have done just now. Be aware, buy only standardized goods, use products safely, read label carefully, assert yourself, be honest in dealing, ask for cash memo, file a complaint, form consumer societies, and respect environment. So these are the consumer responsibilities which consumers should understand and follow. Children, these are just the headings which I have made so that it is easy for you to remember. But in exam, if the question comes, I would advise you to write the complete line, like be aware of goods and services before buying the goods, assert yourself that you get a fair deal. So please write the complete line rather than just the small heading. This write the complete line in the exam. But for remembering point of view, if you remember these words, it will be easy for you to remember the responsibilities. Now let us revise. From the picture given below, you have to identify the responsibility of consumer. Here the patient and doctor is there, and patient is saying, are there any serious implications of the surgery? And doctor is saying, your ligament are ruptured, surgery is the only solution. So can you tell me which particular responsibility is being highlighted here? So the answer is, learn about the risk associated with product and services. So it is not a product, rather there is a service which customer is taking, you should be aware of the risk associated with it, and you should know all the implications. Next, again from this picture you have to identify the responsibility of consumer. This girl is saying, I want to buy a microwave of good quality, and the seller is saying, ma'am, you can buy this one. But this girl is saying, no, give me that one with ISI mark. So can you tell me which particular responsibility is highlighted here? Yes, buy only standardized good which carries certain standardized marks. Here the standardized mark is ISI. Now let us see this question. Here you have to list 2 responsibilities that Krishna has performed as a cautious consumer. So I am going to read this now. You have to identify the 2 responsibilities from this particular case study. Krishna purchased a packet of potato chips and sensed it to be underweight. He wrote twice to the manufacturer. While the first letter got no response, in reply to the second, the manufacturer company offered Krishna gift hamper which he refused. Krishna approached to a consumer education center who contacted the company. Company refused to accept their fault and gave several unsatisfactory clarification. Krishna decided to take legal help to claim damages from the company. So here you have to find 2 responsibilities. So if you can see this line, he sensed it to be underweight. So how will you find that a product is underweight? When you read the label. So the first responsibility is read label carefully. Then if you can see this line, Krishna decided to take legal help to claim damages from the company. So this shows that he is filing a complaint. So the responsibility is file complaint if you are facing any problem or shortcoming with the product or a service. So students, that's it for today's video. We are going to continue this topic in the next video. The topics which we have covered till now are the rights of consumers and the responsibilities of consumer. So I wish you all a happy learning.